Hi guys, welcome back to B's Speed Shop. In this video I'm going to be replacing the speakers in my MX5. As I was driving home from work the other day, my speaker in my driver's side door decided to fall apart. So this is the magnet from it. I'm not quite sure what happened to the cone, it might have got thrown away already. So that's the reason why I'm replacing the speakers, is because that one broke, so I might as well replace both of them at the same time. So I'll show you what I've got to replace them with. So this is what I've chosen to replace my speakers with. These are the Vibe Slick Series 2 6-inch component speakers. So obviously you've got your main speaker, you've got the tweeter, and then you've got the crossover network, or crossover channel. So it should be a pretty simple install. The door panel is pretty easy to take off. There's 2 screws. There's a screw in the door latch, and then there's a screw in there. I think there's one lower down just in there somewhere, and then you've got a couple of these little pop clips. Then there's 2 on the ends, one there and one there. So I'll quickly get the door panel off and then see about all the wiring and where all the wiring goes. I've just checked the head unit that I've got in the car, and it says that it's got built-in high and low pass crossovers, so I shouldn't need to use this little crossover piece connection. But what I will do is I will hold on to it, because I do plan on changing the head unit at some point. So what I've done is I've taken the plastic trims from off here, and I've just had to cut a piece out just to make them a bit wider so that these speakers can fit in. And one other thing I've got to do for the tweeters is I'm going to drill a hole in this piece so it can screw into this little bracket, which is what the tweeter was screwed into before. So I can get a hole screwed into there, and then get a couple of holes drilled in there so that the wires can go through when that's in there, and the wires can go through that. I've got that little plastic piece drilled now, and I've got it screwed on to this little bracket, and the speaker kit comes with these little foam double-sided sticky pieces, so I've just stuck one of those in just so it's extra secure. So I've got the tweeter installed back in the door now. What I did have to do is this little opening just here, a little plastic opening in the door panel, I just had to trim that back slightly because it was rubbing at the top and the bottom just there, so I've opened that up a little bit. And what I've done for now is, because the actual front of the tweeter was touching the bit of mesh, so I've just used a couple of washers just to space it for now, but I'll try and make something proper to go in there. But I mean, they're done up tight now, so it should be alright. And these wires, I've checked them and they fit in the plug that's currently in the car, so they should be able just to plug straight in. So now I can get the main speaker installed and plug that in as well, and then I've got to put the door back on, and then I'll move on to the passenger side. So I've got the new speaker and the tweeter installed on the driver's side. I've just checked it with the radio. It does work with the radio, but for some reason the previous owner installed a CD changer in the boot, and it's not working when you put the CD in for some reason, so I need to have a little look into that. But what I'm going to try and do is change the other speakers first and then try again to see if that makes any difference. But the passenger's side speaker, the same thing happened with the driver's side speaker, so I'll quickly go around and show you what happened. So as you can see, like, there's the magnet from the speaker, and it's actually broken off. So I've managed to get that off. I've got the door panel off. I've got the speaker and the tweeter out. So now I just need to cut out a bit of plastic in here to make the new speaker fit, and then do the same on the actual door panel for the tweeter. So I'll quickly get them done, get the new speakers installed, and then I can test it again to make sure it all works fine. I've got the speaker and the tweeter installed on the passenger's side now, so that's all in. It's all in tight, and then obviously the tweeter is in behind there. I've done the same thing, just used a couple washers under there just to lift it away from this grill, so there's a bit of space for it. I tried it again with the radio. All the speakers are working with the radio, but they're not working with the CD player. Only this side is working with the CD player. So I'll have a little investigate and see if I can find anything wrong with it in any of the cables or something. So I found the problem why the driver's side speaker isn't working with the CD player. In the back of the CD player you got these, there's a left and right cable coming from the CD changer in the boot. So I was just following the cable all the way along. It was all zip tied up under here, so now I was following it along here, and then I got to this bit and found it's a bit chewed up and it's broken through the actual wire just there. So that's why the speaker's not working with the CD changer on the driver's side. So I need to now get this cable out and see if I can get a replacement for that. So now that I know there's nothing wrong with the actual speaker or the radio, what I'll do is I'll get everything installed back in, because that cable will be pretty easy to install in. It's just 2 connections either end, and I've got to feed it through. There's a gap just here in this, where this plate is. There's a gap I can feed it through there, so I can then plug it into the CD changer in the boot, run it under here, and then under the dash I can zip tie it back up under there and plug it back into the back of the radio. That'd be a pretty easy, quick thing I can do at some point when I get a new cable. But I'll get the door covers back on for now, and then probably just give it a bit of a clean up. Needs a bit of a hoover out. So these door cards, they go back on pretty easy now that the tweeter and the speaker's installed. Just got to be careful of that cable. So there's like a couple of these along the top. There's these clips, so you need to get the top one first. And then when that's into position, you should just be able to doesn't want to go back on for some reason. There's the not one on the bottom. There you go. There's one in now. So this is a little plastic trim piece which just goes around the door handle. So just to get that back in, you just gotta pull the door handle, slide it in, and just one screw in there, holds it in place. And then there's the 2 screws in the actual door handle. And then you've just got them little push clips. There's one that goes up there, and then 2 just there. I've got both door panels back on now, and I've tested the speakers just on the radio. They sound really good quality. I'm really happy with the way everything's gone today. Quite a simple install really, just had to trim a few plastic pieces to make them fit. Now all I'm going to do is just get tidied up, and that'll probably be it for today. So next weekend I've got a few other little jobs which I'm going to try and do. I need to try and get some nuts and bolts for my rear tow hook thing. I need to find the right size so it's not too loose in there. And then obviously I just need to do a fire extinguisher install. And then I think that's pretty much it ready. I am going to see if I can get another pair of wheels and tyres for the rear, just for when I go drifting. So I've got just some cheap tyres that I can shred, so it doesn't really matter, and then I can put these back on for just normal street driving. So that's going to be it for today's video. Thanks very much for watching. As soon as the MX5 is done, hopefully in the next couple of weeks, I'll be able to move on to my next project, which is a much bigger project. I've got a few more things I need to order before I can actually start it. So once I've got them ordered, hopefully in the next couple of weeks I'll be able to start on that. So thanks very much.